Folks, Sam Owens here, and got a nice little 4-inch chainsaw, lightweight. And here is the box. I've taken everything out so we can examine exactly what we got. So this is the box, and you get a 1-year warranty, 21-volt lithium battery. You get 2 of them. I'm going to put this over there. Let's start over here. You get a nice bag right here, and it's got some little divider in there. You can separate some of the stuff you need to maintain your chainsaw and to store it when you're not using it. Okay, let's go right down here. This is a wrench that's going to allow you to take this cover off to gain access to removing the chain and replacing with the standby chain. You get 2 chains. One is mounted and you get one spare here. And there's a certain way that you have to put these chains on. You can put it on backwards. It will go on backwards. Okay, you also get a screwdriver, and this is going to be used to adjust the chain tension. When you pull this down, you should see 3 of the chain sprockets there. And this one is adjusted nicely. You get 2 21-volt lithium batteries, and these batteries require charging, obviously. Here is the charger you get. I've already plugged it in. Now, there's a light on the charger, which if the battery needs charging and is charging, it'll turn red. When the battery is fully charged, it'll turn green. So this one has been charged. You just can't see it at the angle, but the light when I move my head down is green. So this one's charged. And we're going to use this for our demonstration. And now I'm going to plug this one in. And you see the red a little bit better. Must be red and green. Green is down below a little bit. So that is charging up. You also get a little support card here, which has an email address for the company New Ewing. You get a user manual, and this is really just basic, showing you a pictorial list of the package includes, parts, how to put the battery in. You have to press down on this little latch here, and also the adjustments and taking the cover off. Very simple to use. And here's about the blade. They're showing the correct way that the blade can be. One of the cutting parts of the blade is small and the other is large, and you want it in this position and not installed. I'm sorry, it's right here. This position is correct. See, the little is on this end, and this is the cutting blade is backwards. Okay, and they're showing the different parts, how to check your blade to be sure that it's not too tight and not too loose, and there they're showing. So it's really laid out easy to follow, and there's your battery charging. All right, now one of the things I want to do is, before we go too much further, is examine the chainsaw itself. One of the first things is you got a nice grip here. This is knurling in there, and it really feels good. Now you've got a trigger here that you cannot pull, and if you're going to mess with anything about touching the blade and handling it, you want to make sure the battery is out. Only place the battery in here when you're ready and in position to cut, because it's dangerous to handle or just lay it out on the counter that someone can just pick it up and pull the trigger. Now, here is the safety. You cannot just pull the trigger, so there's no accident in pulling the trigger. You have to push this button right here, and it's really set up for right-hand people, but left-hand people could use it if you push this button and then you can pull it. There's the trigger. And here it is with a right-handed person, which is really what it's designed for. push the button, pull it, and then you can let go of the button. But if you let go of the trigger, you're going to have to push it again. So you can hold it like that instead of having to hold that down. Okay, right here is a guard, and you see it kind of protects the top of the chainsaw, which if something comes in contact of your body on the top part, this is protecting it. Let's take this cover off and show you how this comes off and you get access to this chain to replace it. Okay, so counterclockwise, and once you just loosen it up, you can take this all the way out. Springs aren't going to fly out, nothing's going to fly out, and then you just pull this straight up, and then you can kind of move that off. And that's what it is right there. See, nothing to drop out, so don't be afraid. And this is what it looks like. Nothing's going to fall off. Now, if you want to take the chain off, you need to take some tension off of there. And the way you do that is loosen this up in here a little bit. There's a Phillips screwdriver, and you go counterclockwise. And as I go clockwise, you're going to see that the blade becomes loose. And I'm going to go some more while I do that. We're going to go a good amount, and you see, there it's loose. And I could even go more. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm going to, there. You get to a certain point. That's about as much as you need to do. And then you can take this off. Before I take it off, I want you to see the way the blade is. Now, here is one cutting blade, and it's the large right there, and here's the little small. And if it's backwards, they'll be reversed. So you want to look at the picture and see. Okay, to take this off, you can just kind of pull this off like that, and there you are. You take this off and put the new blade on. I'm not going to take it all the way off. It's not necessary, just to show you how to get this off. And there's the adjusting screw, and what it does is pulls this back and forth, moving the blade in and out. That simple. You need to lubricate this. Get you a chainsaw blade lube, not just any lube. Do this around this way. And then what you want is this little part right here goes in the hole. So let me try that again. And that's why you want the blade loose, and you want to get this in the groove of the blade. Okay, there. And then pull it up until you get this right there. Okay. Now, it'll fit over this bar right here when you get it in position, and then it might be a good idea to just hold it right there while you tighten up a little bit on this, because I do have it quite loose, and you can see the blade moving a little bit. There. You get to a point and it moves more. Okay, there. All right, now with this in position and making sure that it's in all the way around and on the sprocket, we can take the cover, and it simply, and this hole lines up like this, and then lift this up so that it'll go around the blade, and then you move it back and forth until it falls in position like it should line up like that. Then holding this like that, hold her in position and tighten this up. Now you just want to give this a nice firm tight. Don't over tighten it. There, perfect. And now we're going to check our blade. Yep, I can see 3 of those, and that blade is correct. Okay. Now we're going to give it a test run, and anytime you're dealing with a chainsaw or something that tool that things are going to fly around like sawdust and wood chips, it's a good idea to have some glasses on. And now we're going to put the battery in. This is the charged one. And right there is the bottom. This part is going to go in there. And put it right on there like that. And then you can push this and it'll go in easy. To pull it out, like that. So to push it in, squeeze down on this and it'll go in easy. Now, we're going to try this. I can't push the trigger. Now I'm going to pull the trigger by first pushing on the safety release, and then I can let go. She's spinning. Okay, it's a nice motor. Everything sounds good. We're going to go out, and I have a crepe myrtle that has one branch that goes over that I think squirrels are going to get on and get to my new birdhouse that I'm going to put out there. So we're going to go out and trim this little branch. It's probably about the size of my thumb, but that's what a little chainsaw like this is just great for. You can grab it and it's lightweight, and we're going to go out and try it out. Hey, this is the crepe myrtle branch that I was talking about. I misjudged it. It's a little more than the size of my thumb, but this one right here is just right, and I'm going to cut that off. That's what this would be great for. Normally would, and this one here. All right, we're going to do this one, and what I'm going to do is go around like this, turn around, okay, and now I can cut this up like this. And we can get it into better pieces. And here we go. All right, we'll get this one. Okay, that cut really good, and I'm going to be happy with it. Hey, I've got this all secured and everything, and now I'm just going to cut off a piece right here and show you the cut it'll do on this size. That's probably 3 inches, 2 7/8, something like that. And the blade will go all the way through. So I'm going to cut through now. Actually let go of the handle there a little bit. Okay, this works better. Because the chainsaw is trying to pull that way. Okay, so we see now just what you have to do, and it'll do a good job. Folks, you see it will really cut good, and I'm going to pull this out while I'm talking, because remember, if we're not really using the saw, we should have the battery out. I want to thank you very much for watching the video.